The Pinelands region covers a fifth of New Jersey, 1 million acres in the southern part of the state. Governor Byrne, you signed the Pinelands Protection Act into law nearly 35 years ago. Has it lived up to your expectations?
You know, a few months ago, I brought John McPhee up to Princeton University.
The author?
Yeah, the inspiration for the Pineland. And we had the largest lecture hall in Princeton full to capacity with people who were concerned about the Pineland. I'm not sure everybody who should be concerned is, and I'm not. And when I read that a Kmart is going into Pineland, or that cluster housing is going into Pineland, I worry.
So what did it accomplish in your estimation?
Oh, there's no question that the Pineland is still in existence and is still worth preserving to the extent you can. I like to see people who are involved in the Pineland totally involved and not hoping for the best.
Well, you know, it's been said, Governor Kean, that if Governor Byrne had not been governor at the time, that the Pinelands Protection Act probably wouldn't have happened. He faced obstacles. People were going to be called upon to give up their property rights. What do you recall? You weren't in the legislature then, but what do you recall about what this governor was facing?
Look, to put it in context, this is one of the most far-seeing, courageous acts that any governor of New Jersey has ever done. He did it, I believe, by executive order, because I don't think he could have gotten it through the legislature.
By executive order.
And so he did it, and because he was going out of office soon and a new governor was coming in, it wouldn't have been done. And here was this area which was subject to development of one of the few pristine areas in New Jersey, over one of the largest aquifers in the state. And it would have been subject to most terrible development, and New Jersey would have been a very different place. So Brendan Byrne deserves a lot of credit. He did it. I don't think anybody else could have done it. I'm not sure anybody else would have done it, but he did it, and it's an act of real courage and foresight.
Well,
you say that about me, and I'm not even dead yet.
Heavens, no. But Governor, would you say it changed forever the development process in the southern part of the state?
Nothing is forever, but the southern part of the state is in a lot better condition.
Let me tell you one thing, Kent. Look, we are in New Jersey, the most crowded state in the country. We have more people per square mile than anybody else. So we live fairly crowded together. To have some open space, to have a place we can recreate, have a place that our kids are going to have the same way we have it, is extraordinarily important. You're not going to continue to get jobs in New Jersey unless you have a place like the Pinelands. I mean, it's very important to the state in any number of ways.
Did the act help to complement the pro-development that was going to take place in Atlantic City? And how did that fit into what was going on at the time?
Well, when we did Atlantic City, we had to be careful to do Atlantic City consistent with saving the Pineland.
In what way?
And not letting Atlantic City have things that would violate the Pinelands regulations.
Would you agree with that, Governor?
Yeah, because Atlantic City, gambling, a lot of greed, development was going to move out of there in probably an uncontrolled way, and the fact the Pinelands were there would stop that uncontrolled development and at least have some areas around there that were preserved for the people. So if you were going to hope that Atlantic City was going to be a long-term success, the fact the Pinelands were just outside it was probably helpful.
What is the state of preservation of land in New Jersey today, in your assessment?
It's in danger all the time. There's over 8 million people now in New Jersey. There's more people coming in all the time. Every time you see population projections, it's up, not down. And so where do we go? We're not creating more land.
So
we're creating more people.
So not enough is being done then, you think, to preserve?
I think we got to look at it all the time. And I think most municipalities are careful in how they develop. And we do have all these fair housing charges. So it's a state with a lot of challenges.
But we should have a source of funds that are revenues that are dedicated every year, so we didn't have this feast and famine. Every year, when some of these very important natural areas come up and should be preserved, there should be money in the state to do it. So we should have one of the sources of revenue dedicated so that every year it produces a certain stream so that we can preserve these areas that are important to every one of us.
Governor Byrne, Governor Kean, thank you very much for sharing your perspectives.